We finally have pirates, and if people want to see me absolutely lose my sanity, please go ahead and check out my previous video where it cost me literally everything to upgrade all of my pirates to Relic 9. I say all of them. Of course, not all of them. All of the new pirates and GL Hondo's requirement, Hondo Onaka, the OG. So it begs the question, how do they do in the raid? So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, my raid has started once again, and this is turning into the easiest raid that we ever did see. Now, a couple of weeks back, I did make some commentary about the fact that within the raid, there is a special ability for pirates, a faction bonus for pirates, whereby whenever they gain a stack of profit, they're going to dispel debuffs on themselves and deal additional true damage equal to 10% of their max health to the enemy. That wasn't working. It looks like they have fixed that in a recent update, so that's good. It makes a little bit of difference at getting that extra 10% true damage based on your max health. With that in mind, you could probably mod your characters for a whole host of additional max health and get some good business done. However, it's really just a contributing factor. So over here, my full R9 pirate team with the new guys in it and everything. If you are pushing for that era battle and want to get the max score, I don't necessarily recommend getting a bunch of R9 pirates. Don't think it's worth it. But if you are one of those people, I'm here to show you how this team works. Now, I've tested this team at the R8 tier when they were at Relic 8. It worked completely fine there, and that was before they fixed the pirate faction buff. So, over here, Captain Athano, I've gone for speed and damage on this guy, 335 speed, crit damage on the triangle, and 10.3k offense. Smee over here is all about that John DiMaggio. We've got 302 speed, and it is just all damage, 12.5k on the old offense over there. Now, I wish I had some more additional offense stats over here, but this will have to do in terms of Smee. Next up, we have got Hondo Onaka. I've just gone for speed, 317 speed, and 100k health. You could mod him for offense if you wanted. I chose to go for health because I was like, I want this guy to have lots of health to do that extra true damage. Next up, we've got Kix. I just went speed and health, 326 speed, 177k health. That's all I care about, speed and health on this guy. Quiggled, similarly, 301 speed, 182k health. This way, if they get that additional stack of, the additional stack of profit, we're going to be doing, in this case, in like 18,000 damage, not 180,000, obviously. So let's do a run and show how I beat this tier. I've done this once, so we're going to fly by the seat of our pants a little bit, but generally speaking, this raid is pretty simple. The rules don't change between teams very much. All you want to do is kill Fox, then you want to kill Apo. So we're going to go in, I'm going to use this first special over here, lower your shields. We're going to do real solid damage. Look at that true damage, that white damage that's popping up. That is good business. After this, I mean, I could use the heal. Yeah, you know what, let's use the heal just to get a little bit of recovery over there on Quiggled. And we'll hold our horses. Now, I'm going to capture one of these Nightfall troopers, or I suppose I could call in to assist on Fox. Let's actually... Ooh, that's interesting, actually. Let's see if we can kill Fox by calling in Smee here. Oh, close, but no cigar. That would have been real nice. Okay, so I know now that if I were to just, like, slap him around a bit, he's going to die. And then over here with Quiggled, what you want to be doing is do this AoE. Now, don't use that call to assist. To try and take out Fox. That obviously doesn't work. You just need to do that AoE and everybody needs to get blinded. We can see this guy didn't get blinded here, so really we want to restart here. Let's just go ahead and punch, punch, punch. Yeah, no, okay. So let's try that again. We'll do that again, and we won't call the assist with Hondo, and we'll have to make sure that we get the blind. When Quiggle does that first special, he's only got one special, he needs to land the blind on everybody so that they miss and that the stacks of execute don't get reduced. So start off over here, first special over on Fox, do real good damage. Next up, I think I'll just basic actually, you know, get rid of that, get some tenacity up, all that good jazz. Then we're going to capture one of these Nightfall troopers, nice and captured, and then we're going to do the big hit with my boy Smee. There we go. We defeated a unit. Now we just need to do this and get blind on everybody. Everybody got blinded that time. Perfect. So you notice those stats of execute are not dropping at all because nobody is getting that damage done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try and get buff immunity on Apo over here. Great, so he can't counterattack. And then I'm just going to call Smee in to assist. Get that good damage. Perfect. Now all we need to do is use this ability over here, which is going to give us the additional stacks of execute, which is great. At this point, I'm actually going to use this second special over here because we've got 5 stacks of profit, which means I can get the fear out on that unit. Yes, we're going to eat some counterattacks, but we have plenty of stacks of execute. Over here, I could use the basic, but I think I'm going to use the event special because I don't want to get even more counterattacks. Wasn't expecting Quiggle to bite the dust there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, let's just get rid of the disguised clone troopers because that makes it easier for us to deal with the other people. I'm actually going to call in Smee to assist. Maybe we can take out the Nightfall Trooper. Super. Alright, great. So that is wave 1 done. And typically speaking, if you can finish wave 1 with most of your units alive, you're going to be fine. Now, I know I've got a revive here. It's not going to revive Quiggle because he got killed with Order 66, which means no revives for us. Alright, so on to the following waves then. Always try and take out the disguised clone troopers when they're available. Perfect. And then we're going to get some good damage in with Athano. Now, Athano is going to ramp such incredibly good damage that he's going to be leading the show in terms of damage output right now. Let's go ahead and get some good damage in. Obviously, when they drop below that 80% health threshold, they are immune to critical hits. So we can't crit them. But I will go after disguised clone troopers. Let's get a big old boom, boom, boom. Everybody falls. Wonderful. And I'll just basic over here. Great. Alright, well, turns out pirates, much more enjoyable than using Bad Batch, that's for sure. But I know that Bad Batch at the higher tiers are also very effective. It's just every tier below the top tier is when they're a pain in the ass. So let's go ahead and capture that Nightfall Trooper. Shoot the other one in the face. Nearly take him out with a basic as well, that's kind of cool. That's once again calling my boy Athano. Taking him out. Let's get the buff immunity on this Nightfall Trooper. Absolutely no retribution from you, good sir. And now we just play the good old waiting game, waiting for this clone trooper to get out of stealth. Come on, Mr. Clone Trooper. Yeah, so overall, pretty easy. I mean, I could just wrap it up there and still get the points for a full clear. But let's at least be sensible about this and get all of the kills instead of going into enrage. There we go, and that will be a tasty 3.6 million. Not so bad, ladies and gentlemen. Not so bad. Now, could you do that without Quiggled? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to lock that one in. Ladies and gentlemen, that is literally about all we're going to have time for today on this episode. If you do want some help with the error battles, I'm sure we'll be able to do that again soon. Check out my video from the other day where we went through at the top tier on that. It has been fixed. It has been patched. You cannot do the final tier for 2k crystals anymore. Not until GL Hondo is released, which should be coming on the 16th of this month. Not this month, of next month, September. 16th of September is when GL Hondo should be releasing. That's the theorized date. But on Tuesday this week, we will be getting Brutus, a new pirate that's going to work under Captain Athano's leadership as well. And then it'll be on to Vane and Captain Silvo, who will have his own leadership as well. Amazing. So, I guess I'll see you all then. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.